Stop nutting in these chicks and you're broke. You are just talk, blah, 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 chat. Shut the fuck up, brother. What are your thoughts on 50-50? Grab your fucking seatbelt, brother. I don't believe in it. You're a dweeb if you go 50-50. Yes, I said it. I don't give a fuck. If you want to pay without looking at the bill, you must work without looking at the clock. There's plenty of niggas in their DM with money. There's plenty of niggas in their DM that look good. I can assure you. What can you teach her? YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Cry. Welcome back to another vid. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure to follow me on all platforms at I Am Cry. Today we got a great one! Today's topic is alpha. The word alpha gets thrown around in this space too loosely. Alpha is not being in shape. Alpha is not having a bunch of cars. Alpha is not having a bunch of chicks. Alpha is a mindset. So today, I'm gonna share with you the 5 pillars of being alpha in regards to masculinity. I'm not gonna waste any time. Let's get right into it. Number 1, Stoism, right? You must be controlled and composed at all times. Emotional men are not alpha. Emotional men are not masculine. Emotional men are not stoic. You dweeb, stop yelling at these chicks. You dweeb, stop crying to these chicks. You dweeb, stop acting like a chick. We are men. We have to be strong. We cannot show weakness. That is a part of being stoic. As a man, you are looked upon to be strong. The moment that you show emotion, the moment that you show weakness, motherfuckers will take advantage of you. Anybody, men, women, it doesn't fucking matter. As a man, you can never, and I mean never, show any emotion or any weakness. Your head must always be held high, regardless of what the fuck is going on. Because you must understand, as a man, nobody's coming to save you, my nigga. Only person that's gonna love you unconditionally is your mother. Everybody else doesn't give a fuck how you feel. Right? Take it to the chin. You came in this world alone, you're gonna die alone. You must accept that. Once you accept that, you'll be better off. Stop being an emotional dweeb. It's gonna get you nowhere. You must control your emotions. Do not let your emotions control you. Unless you have a brother beside you that you can trust. That is the only way. Otherwise, no one cares. Right? Do not listen to these chicks. Oh, baby, you can open up to me. Baby, you can tell me if you had a bad day. Baby, you can tell me if you're going through something. No! It doesn't work like that, bud. It's a trap, right? Initially, women mean no harm, right? Initially, they want to be there for you, right? They want you to tell them everything, right? Because part of being a woman is being caring and being nurtured. But you must understand that is not with the shit that you're going through in your personal life as a man, right? Because you must understand, women, they look for you as strength, right? They look for you to be the problem solver, you to be the leader, which I'm going to get into in a second. Right? When you're constantly showing emotion and complaining and telling her, damn, babe, I just lost my job. Damn, babe, I'm going broke right now. Damn, babe, I'm having a bad day. Damn, babe, my video didn't get a lot of views. Damn, babe, I'm getting discouraged at the gym because I'm not getting the results I want. She doesn't give a fuck. Not only that, but over time, subconsciously, she's going to lose respect for you. She's like, holy fuck, I'm the woman. I'm supposed to be coming to this man looking for strength, looking for solutions, looking for leadership, looking for protection. But every fucking night, he's coming to me crying. She hates it. And over time, she's gonna lose respect for you. You must remain stoic at all times. It's the harsh reality. Accept it. I didn't make the rules. I just follow them, right? If you wanna be a dweeb, tell women all your emotions. I don't give a fuck. But if you wanna be an alpha, if you want to be stoic, if you want to be a 1% man in this regard, in this realm, you must show no emotion, right? Take it to the fucking chin and move forward. Nobody gives a fuck as a man. Period. Accept it. I've made the mistake of opening up to chicks, bro. I've done it, right? What you got to understand is women will use it against you, man. I'm not going to say the chick's name. I opened up to a chick, told her I was going through X, Y, and Z. You feel what I'm saying? Come to find out, she's telling everybody in her mama that I'm going through X, Y, and Z. Baby, you begged me to open up to you. You begged me to express these emotions to you. Every time that I would come home in a bad mood, you would say, oh, what's wrong? I want to be here for you. The moment that I tell you what's wrong and let you be here for me, I check that motherfucking phone and you're shitting on me to your friends and your family of all the things that I told you in private, right? So I'm not saying every woman is like that. I know there's some chicks that follow me that watch my content. I'm not saying it's you, baby, right? I'm just telling you off my experience. I am only a product of my experiences, right? Not only that, but it's not only happened to me, it's happened to my peers as well. My mans, right, was going through something financially. Opened up to his chick, right? Damn, babe, like, I'm going through it right now. Money is tight. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fight this case. I just lost my job. Like, can you loan me some money? You know what I'm saying? Stuff is tight right now, babe. I need you. She loaning the money, right? The moment that they break up, she's on the internet talking about, oh, I loaned this nigga money. Oh, I did this for this nigga. Oh, I did that for this nigga. Holy shit! Stop expecting these women to come in and save you, and stop expressing your emotions to these chicks. Remain stoic at all times. Period. All that other shit is beta as fuck. In addition to this, fellas, showing emotion to a woman from an anger standpoint shows weakness. When you like are yelling at a chick or all grumpy at a chick or doing the most in regards to anger, it lets her know that she has control over you, right? This is something I never really struggled with, but I know a lot of you dweebs do, right? I had a chick I was talking to, man, right? And we got into a disagreement and she throws my keys at me, right? Because I gave her a key to my crib at this specific time. Man, oh man, this was a crazy chick, y'all. But anyway, I digress. So she had a key to my crib, right? We get into an argument. She throw the key at me, storm out the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm relaxed. I'm calm. I'm collective, whatever the case may be. She leave out the crib. I go behind her, lock the door, go back to my desk and start working, right? So she comes banging on the door, blowing up my phone, right? I end up not opening the door. So then she leaves. She calls me that night. I answer. She yelling, crying on the phone, like, how could you do this to me? You don't even care about me. Like, I was banging on the door. Why did you let me leave? You supposed to not let me leave, all this stuff. I'm like, the way that you talking to me right now, baby, in your tone, you need to lower that down to extra line because I'm speaking with you with respect. All that rah-rah, roo-hoo, I don't really do that, baby. This ain't that. I'm not sure what you were accustomed to in your past, but this is not that. I can assure you, right? And she was like, so you don't have anything else to say? That's it? I'm like, no, I don't, right? Long story short, she came back over. She was very, very calm when she did. And I bent her back. That's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to tell you is, fellas, if I would have reacted with anger like, no, bitch, fuck you, X, Y, and Z. Now she know all she got to do is say something or raise her voice or do X, Y, and Z to get me out my element. I'm never letting a chick get me out my element ever. I'm always going to remain stoic. If I feel like I got to yell at a chick or cuss out a chick, remove myself from the situation immediately, right? If she ever even get me to that point, I'm removing myself. Remain stoic or remain calm at all times. That is how you control the relationship. That is how you remain alpha. That is how you remain masculine. Masculine men are not rah-rah, roo-roo. They don't have to do all that. I have a calm confidence and certainty. Baby, I don't need to do all that. Period. Again, the most masculine thing you could do in any situation is to remain calm. In addition to that, fellas, never get too high or never get too low. Never be the motherfucker that's, oh, I just got a new job. Oh, I just made this money amount. Oh, I just got a new car. No, that's not masculine. That's very, very beta, right? Stay level. Celebrate the wins in silence. And it's the same thing with your losses, right? Everybody don't need to know that you fucking failed. Everybody don't need to know that you tried this business model, it didn't work. Right? You invested that money, it didn't work. Keep the losses to yourself as well. Never get too high, never get too low. Matter of fact, just shut the fuck up all in all. That's one of the biggest traits you can adopt from a stoic standpoint, right? Listen more than you talk, period, right? Nobody gives a fuck, one. And two, you don't want to have all your cards in a basket. As a man, it's very important to have some type of mystery. You don't want to have motherfuckers having you figured out, right? And the reason that a lot of motherfuckers have you figured out is because when you're in everyday conversations versus a chick or a regular person, you are just talk, blah, 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 chat. Shut the fuck up, brother. They know your whole life story, right? That's not stoic. That's not alpha. You have to have some mystery, right? Listen more than you speak. Conceal your emotions, right? Everybody doesn't need to know everything. Listening and observing is a superpower, and all stoic men have mastered it. I suggest you do the same. Number 2. Provider, right? Cry. I'm a dweeb, and you know, I'm just curious. What are your thoughts on 50-50? Grab your fucking seatbelt, brother. I don't believe in it. Ain't no fucking 50-50. I'm never going 50-50 with a chick. Now, let me be very careful. If it's a chick I'm dating, that's not my girl or my wife, I'm not saying blow the bag and splurge. No, that's not what I'm saying, you fucking dweeb. I'm talking about if I'm in a relationship or a chick is my wife, she's not paying for shit. I'm icing everything. It is very asinine to want this 1% woman. Oh, baby, I want you to be submissive. Oh, baby, I want you to be caring. Oh, baby, I want you to be nurturing. Oh, baby, I want you to cook and clean. But I'm asking you to pay half of the rent. I'm asking you to pay half of the bills. No, that is asinine. At that point, she like, holy shit, if I got to cook, clean, be here for this nigga, be submissive, and pay half of the rent, I'm doing more than this nigga. I might as well be single. Don't you get it, bud? You're never going to go 50-50 with a chick. You should never go 50-50 with a chick. 100 and 0, period. Right? As a man, it is our duty to provide. Period. Stop relying on these chicks to provide. They have other roles. Providing is not one of them, right? That is why. That is one of the components I tell you guys we have to check every single box. One of those boxes is cash, right? You got to be able to provide for these chicks, bro. Your girls and your wife, not these little flings y'all be dating. I'm not talking about that. Let me put the pinpoint on that again. Holy shit. Because I know there's some dudes in the back. Y'all hear what I say, but y'all don't listen. I'm not telling you to meet a chick and then ice everything. No. I'm telling you, when she's your girlfriend, though, or you're in a long-term marriage, hell yes, brother. She shouldn't be paying for shit. That is your duty. That is why I tell you guys to focus on your purpose. Maximize your income. Maximize yourself when you jump into these situationships. Jump into dating. Jump into marriages. Finances is important. Do you know? Statistically, this isn't cross speaking. 50% of marriages result in a divorce. It has been known that 75% of those marriages that result in a divorce are due to financial crisis. Finances are important, right? Money is important. As a man, you are the leader in that regard. Brother, never go 50-50. You're a dweeb if you go 50-50. Yes, I said it. I don't give a fuck. You're a dweeb. Y'all hear me say all the time, man, when I think of a 1% man, the first person that comes to my mind is my grandfather, right? Man of God, ambitious, financially free, high character, charismatic, right? When he was in his prime, he was an in-shape guy, X, Y, and Z. You guys always hear me rave about my grandfather, and I will be home soon. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll meet him, right? But my grandfather ices everything. That's all I saw growing up. My grandfather, like, if we had a group dinner and it's other men there, he'll pay, right? My grandmother, hungry, he ordering the food. He buying the groceries. Of course, he's paying the mortgage, right? He pays both car notes. That's what I saw growing up, right? So I'd be a dweeb not to duplicate that, right? But you can't duplicate that if you don't maximize your purpose. That's why I say it comes to a time in every man's life where the chicks have to stop for a phase so you can maximize your income and provide a lifestyle for them that they can't find anywhere else. Not only that, brother, but it's not just about the chicks. It's about your future kids, right? Do you want your kids to have wrinkly clothes and have to shop at TJ Maxx? Huh? Do you want your kids' shoes to have holes in them? Do you want to have them wear the same fucking jeans every other day because you can't afford to buy them more pair? Huh? Do you? It's deeper than just the chicks. It's about the family orientation. As a man, you are the provider. You are the leader in that regard from a financial acumen. Figure it out. How can you maximize your income and do it full throttle? Otherwise, you will be a dweeb and you're going to cause yourself so many problems in a relationship because you're not financially well off. I can assure you, there's so many problems that come with that, brother. Again, women have duties, but providing financially, it's not one of those duties, brother. Because you must understand, as a man, respect is everything, right? And if a woman got to pull out her wallet and pay for X, Y, and Z, she may not say it, but I can assure you subconsciously, fellas, she's losing respect for you, bud. Okay, I get it, but I can still date and not make that much money. I can still be in a relationship and work a modest job and make a modest income. I can still have kids and, do my thing and be well off even though I'm a dweeb. Holy fuck! You know Siri's my best friend. Hey Siri, how much does the average man spend while casually dating on a year-to-year basis? 7 to 13K. Hey Siri, how much does the average man spend in a relationship on a year-to-year basis? 11 to 22K. Hey Siri, how much does the average man spend when he's in a relationship and he has only one kid? 40 to 75K. With one kid. With one kid, fellas. Right? I know a lot of y'all motherfuckers, y'all want 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, keep doubling and increasing that number, bud. Right? Money. Period. That is why I've been so cautious with wanting kids. Brother, once you have kids, everything changes. Not only from a life standpoint and a time standpoint and a selflessness standpoint, or from a financial standpoint. Brother, those kids cost. Right? Stop nutting in these chicks and you're broke. Fuck! The financial acumen of becoming a 1% man is so important. It is so vital, especially in becoming an alpha and being a masculine man. I have a guy in 1% Academy, man, my brother, he's married, right? And his wife is making more than him right now, right? And one thing we're working on is maximizing his income so he can be making the same, if not more than her. But he's expressing to me, he feels emasculated, right? He got to check in and fucking ask her, can we get this? Can we get that? He got to give his paycheck to her. Bro, you never want to be in that situation, right? Ever. Why do you want to give her that control? Because an underlying issue is my brother, he hasn't fucked his wife in months. Why hasn't he fucked his wife, Cry? Because his wife doesn't have respect for him in that regard. She's paying for everything. She's icing everything. She makes more money than him. She doesn't respect him. That pussy doesn't get wet. I can assure you, when you're paying all the bills, she be dumb not to cook and clean, right? When you paying all the bills, she gonna watch her tone when she talk to you. When you're paying all the bills, she gonna give you that two-hand twist deluxe supreme without you asking because you're paying all the bills, right? You have value. Not only that, but you must understand a lot of men don't pay a lot of the bills. We talk about being a 1% man. I wouldn't say it's 1%, but I would say it's about 15 to 20% of men pay 100% of the bills. There's not a lot of men that do that. So when you're doing that, you're of value. She would be dumb not to fall in line accordingly. But if she's paying most of the bills or she's splitting shit half and half with you, she like, holy shit. I need to find another man. I might as well choose whatever man I want if I'm gonna be paying half. Why the fuck would I be with this nigga? Think about it. Fellas, run up the bag, man. You will lose money chasing these chicks, but you will never lose a chick chasing this money, right? But again, it's not about the money. It's just about what comes with it. Period. And you must understand, if you want to pay without looking at the bill, you must work without looking at the clock. Everything I preach comes down to the work. Stop running from it, right? Don't you want to go to the fucking mall and not have to look at the fucking price tag? Don't you want to go to a restaurant and not have to look at the fucking bill? Don't you want to go on vacation and not have to look at the fucking tab when you're booking the flights or booking the fucking hotel? Well, guess what? When you working, when you in that deep work session, when you in that fucking gym session, don't look at the fucking clock. Lock in. Number 3, problem solve, right? As a man, you must understand, bro, you are Superman. Right? You are! In a relationship, whether you're a dad, whether you're a husband, whether you're a boyfriend, whatever the case may be, even in business, you are Superman. You are looked upon to solve problems consistently. Because as a man, I'm gonna keep on saying it. You're only as valuable as what you can provide to the marketplace, right? The most successful men, the 1% men that we look up to from a financial acumen, all they did was solve a problem. All they did was solve a problem, right? 1% Academy is a thing. Why? Because I solve problems in regards to mindset, fitness, dating, and personal branding, right? Jeff Bezos is one of the richest motherfuckers of all time. Why? Because he solved the problem. I don't have to drive to Target and Walmart to get shit. I can order it and it'll be at my doorstep in 2 days, right? Elon Musk is rich as fuck. Why? Because I can get an electric car that's affordable and it's luxury. I don't have to get these other fucking cars and put gas in them and spend all this fucking money on a car note. So he's rich, right? They solved problems, right? As a man, the more problems that you solve, the more successful you will become. That is all business is, solving problems, right? I want to make content. This camera solved the problem so I can post on social media. I want to get on Instagram. This phone solved the problem so I can just log in, right? I want to have higher quality content. These light bulbs solved the problem to provide better lighting. I'm hungry. DoorDash solved the problem by being able to provide food straight to my doorstep. Right? Problem. I can assure you, whoever made this light, whoever made DoorDash, whoever made this camera is rich because they solved the problem. Does that make sense, bud? Problem solving is also key with women, right? Y'all hear me say it all the time. As far as my last relationship, it was things I could have did better. It was things she could have did better, right? But one thing I will say is I was the problem solver. My girl would call me every fucking day. How do I do this? What do I do in this situation? Can you help me with this? And every time I had an answer. And you must understand, even when you don't, act like you do, right? Say you'll figure it out because you can't figure it out. Bro, we live in a realm of internet and information. Everything is out there. If somebody comes to you with a problem, say you'll figure it out. Commit to saying yes, and you will, right? Because you're a man. That's your duty. We talk about all this shit about game and fucking how to get chicks, how to pick up chicks, how to maintain a relationship, X, Y, and Z. Brother, do you know how attractive it is to a woman when she could just call you for anything? Any problem that she has, she could just say, hey, baby, how do I do this? Hey, baby, I'm having issues with this. Hey, baby, what do you think about this? And you always have an answer and you always have a solution. That is so attractive to a woman, brother. I can assure you. If you are a guy and a chick has to call her dad every time she has a problem, you're a dweeb. She should never have to call her father if she's with you. If that's your chick, if that's your wife, bro, She should never be calling her dad. She should be calling you. Period. You are the problem solver. You have the solution. That is a part of being a man. What you gotta understand about these chicks, man, is like when they with a dude, they wanna turn their brain off. They don't wanna think about shit. That's why it's so important to find solutions, brother. She's looking at you as Superman. You're supposed to be that guy. Figure it out, bud. Always have a solution. Which leads me to my next point. Leadership. Right? Leadership is vital as a man. But one thing you must understand, leadership is not, baby, do this, baby, do that. It's more about leading by example. How can you be a leader to your kids? How can you be a leader to your peers? How can you be a leader to your girl if you're a dweeb? If you're not doing shit yourself? You don't go to the fucking gym. You don't check your macros. You don't maximize your income. You're not a man of high character. You don't have a relationship with God. Why would they listen to you? Why would they trust you as a leader when you're not shit yourself? You can't lead yourself. So why would they trust you to lead them? Think about it. Personal development is the foundation of leadership. When you are checking those C's, right? When you are in shape, when you have high character, when you have a relationship with God, when you're respected from a clout standpoint, when you have that cash, women will respect you, men will respect you, and your children will respect you because it's proof in the pudding. All confidence is, all certainty is proof. And you have the proof because you've worked on yourself, right? So how could they not respect you as a leader, right? Because you have the proof that it's worked for you. You have a proof that you practice what you preach, right? That's what leadership is. How can you tell a chick, no, she not doing that, and she look at your fucking life, she assesses you as a whole, as a man, and you're a dweeb. You're a 70% drifter, right? You're a 30% normal amounts of action motherfucker, or even worse, you're a 99% dweeb. Why the fuck would she allow you to lead? Why would she submit to you? You're not shit. That's why I always say women are a mirror. Y'all complain about these chicks. Oh, women ain't shit. Women talk to you crazy. Women are cheaters. Women are promiscuous. Women do X, Y, and Z on social media. Brother, if you are that guy, you will decrease the probability of falling into the arms of a woman like that. It all goes back to you, period. Why would a woman want to go to the gym and get in shape if you're not in shape? Why would a woman want to go to church if you don't go to church? Why would a woman want to eat correctly if you don't eat correctly? Why would a woman want to be better with her time if your time management is ass? Why? You must lead by example. Again, when a girl walks into your life and she sees that you are a product of what you preach, she will fall in line accordingly. I am not the perfect boyfriend. I'm not the perfect lover. But one thing that I can say, every chick that left my life left with tremendous amount of value. Period. Whether it was intellectually, whether it was with money, whether it was with time management, whether it was mindset, whatever the case may be, fucking marketing. I glow these chicks up. They leave better. Period. Why do they leave better? Because I'm a great leader. In addition to game, we talk all this shit about game. Some of the best game you can have as a man is being able to teach a woman something. There's plenty of niggas in her DM with money. There's plenty of niggas in her DM that look good. I can assure you, what can you teach her, right? When I meet women, fellas, I'm giving her books to read. When the last time you gave a chick a book to read, right? She like, damn, I ain't never had no nigga give me a book to read. Damn, I ain't never had no nigga send me my macros. Damn, I ain't never had no nigga teach me the science behind marketing and how to grow my Instagram. I never had that, right? It makes you rare. A lot of these niggas, they be rich dweebs or they be attractive dweebs, right? I was texting a chick the other day, man, and she was like, man, like, she was just telling me like, man, like you're really handsome, but like, that's not even my favorite thing about you. Like, I like that you're handsome, but you're very knowledgeable. Like, you're very intellectual, right? You don't want to be a handsome, dumb fuck. You don't want to be a rich, dumb fuck. Be intelligent. Increase your knowledge. Increase your intellect as a man. So when a woman comes in your life, you can teach her something. Does that make sense, bud? Lastly, in regards to leadership, leadership is about taking charge, right? Stop asking your girl what she wants to eat, where she wants to go. No! You are the man. Come with a plan and follow it accordingly. That is a mistake I used to make as a young man, right? Text a shorty, when can I see you? No, baby, I'm picking you up at this time. Be ready at this time. Where are we going? Don't worry about it. Just be ready to fucking go. Period. I'm the leader. Take charge as a man. Stop leaving shit to guess and stop leaving shit to chance and stop leaving decisions to be made by these chicks. They don't want to make it, I promise you. Brother, you think that you're being nice by letting them make decisions? I promise you, they don't want to make decisions. Now, if they get their input, listen, part of being a leader is being able to listen, take it in, and then move forward accordingly. I'm not saying to ignore chicks altogether, but what I'm saying is already come with the plan and what's going on and the trajectory of any situation in regards to the intersexual dynamic with the chick in your life. Does that make sense? Last but not least, and this is really one of the most important ones, protect, right? A woman wants to feel safe with you, you fucking dweeb. Can you fight? Do you have a peace? Right? You must be able to protect your woman at all times because you must understand when a chick is your girlfriend or your wife and you got kids, it's your duty as a man to protect them. Everything is on you. If something happens to them, it's on you. As a man, every man should know how to fight. I'm not saying you got to be fucking Jackie Chan, but I would recommend doing some type of form of martial arts for 6 months to a year once you got the finances to afford it, and you need to make the time to do it. Period. You just need to have a foundation and know how to fight, fellas, right? Like I did boxing for 6 months. It was one of the best things I ever did. 1, 2, it was actually kind of fun, man. If you haven't boxed, I would recommend boxing. I loved boxing, bro. And I'm actually about to start back doing it, right? But you just need a foundation and know how to fight. So if some shit pop off, you're good to go. Brother, we live in a crazy world, man, right? You should know how to fight and you should have a peace. Period. Or she's not going to feel safe. You have to be able to protect not only her, but your future kids, brother. This is very, very important, right? So get it done. So these are the 5 pillars of masculinity, of being alpha, right? Take it in, soak it in, and apply it. Do not be a beta, 99% dweeb, and be emotional with chicks, going 50-50, not being a leader, not being able to fight. Do not let it be you. Lock in. That's the video for the fucking day. Come on.